Hi and welcome to this video on strumming the ukulele. Now a lot of people would use their finger and some people use a plectrum, and obviously the sound is a lot harder with a plectrum. If you're going to use a plectrum, I do recommend that you use something that's really flexible. Don't use anything that's too hard or that you can't bend, because that could damage these particular strings. But I'll use my finger and it's exactly the same thing. But what you must do is try to keep your wrist moving like so. You don't want to move your elbow. You don't want to be doing that. So it's not that movement, it's just this movement. And you basically, with the finger, you're just painting like a brush. You're just like that. Just brushing across the strings. So get the ukulele and don't grip too hard so you get too many strings ringing out. Just dampen the strings down and just practice moving up and down. You notice my thumb is out of the way. You don't want to bring your thumb into play. Like, you don't want to tuck your thumb into there. It's just really relaxing. Just a strum, just brushing the strings just like so, and keeping your elbow from moving. Be conscious of that. Don't move up and down on the ukulele, because I'm actually on the ukulele now. Just like so. It will sound so much better than, because the strings being only this width, you don't really want to be going down to there or all the way up there. You don't want to be big sweeps, because that's what will happen when you're using your elbow. But with your finger, or even the plectrum, it's just a little bit of movement. Hardly any movement at all. Just that. Down, up, down, up. Just down, up, down, up. And with your finger. Keep an eye on my elbow, not moving. It's that movement of your wrist. So don't start strumming with your wrist bent, because you've got nowhere to go except right up there. So that's out of the way. But if you do that from there and you want to strum down, that's going to make your elbow want to move. You're going to want to do that. You don't want that at all. It's just moving as if you got a pivot or something in your wrist and it's stuck onto the ukulele. You're just not moving. Just like that. No chords needed, just because that will help you play your chords. Just gentle strumming, up and down. Seems really easy to look at, but obviously in practice, that's what you need to do. Back to the fingers. Not that, and definitely not this. It's real small movements. Then once you get up to speed, you'd be surprised you will be able to pick up speed a lot more once you've got used to that. There's your gallop rhythm, like a horse gallop. Triplets. Don't bend your elbow when you're playing. Just let your wrist do the work. Just like that. And brush across if you're using your fingers. Because your fingers don't bend from side to side. They can go that way, because that's easy. So when the strings are being brushed, you can just brush across the strings just like that. Easy. You can't brush it that way because your finger doesn't bend. So when you're playing the ukulele, you can just do it really gently, but don't bend your elbow. Just like that. Just keep it straight.